Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my first update for my Pan Those Eyeshadows for you. I'm working on 5 eyeshadows that I randomly selected for this project, so let's take a look at how I've been doing for them. Starting off with my focus palette at the moment, I want to have pan on all these shades before it won't show up in this project anymore. And I did happen to somewhat accidentally roll in 2 shades in here straight away last month, so let's take a look at that. I rolled in the brown shade right here first. That just rolled in randomly, not when I had not told you guys yet that this was going to be my focus palette, so that was kind of funny and interesting. I have used that one 5 times at the moment, which isn't great, but I do have a brown in my Pan palette as well, so I'm just kind of dividing my attention a little bit. I am hoping to hit pan on this one like easily enough. There is a bit of a dip in there already. I had already used it a couple of times before as well, so yeah, no pan yet, but we're at least starting to like see a bit more of a dip in there as well. Then the second shade in here that I was working on is the purple right here. This is my official focus palette shade, and that one I have not used loads yet. I had a purple in my whole collection project pan still, which rolled out around the 5th is when I did my updates on that. I did my finale around the 5th as well, so like that last week I was using that a lot, and then I started focusing on this one a little bit more in the weeks after. But I have been gone traveling for a week as well, which kind of interfered with this because I wasn't going to bring like 4 different palettes for just the one shade. So I mostly focused on my Pan palette when I was out traveling for that week as well. So yeah, purple, I've used it 3 times. It's one of the least used shades in here, I think. So it's going to take me a little bit longer to hit pan on this one. It's not as intense of a shade as the other purple I was working on. I was trying to use it in a similar way, where I put kind of the blue on my inner corner and then the purple in the outer corner, and kind of have the blue fade into the purple. But the blue is too bright next to this one, so it kind of just fades it out and you don't really see the purple anymore. And I prefer the purple to have the overhand when I'm wearing a blue and purple look, because blue is just not fully my thing. So I've had to try some different things. I'm wearing it today as well with the red shade from my Amused Pan palette. I thought it kind of actually worked nice with the way like that purple, it's not a match, but leans more towards the shade that's on my sleeve right here, and the red leans more towards the orange, so it's kind of also that cool to warm tones thing that you're seeing on my sweater today. So that's what I did today. I need to play around with that a little bit just to see how I can make it appear in the nicest way and not get overshadowed by other things, unless maybe I start using it as my transition shade every now and then it's fine that it gets mostly overshadowed, I guess. But I've only used that one 3 times, so nothing major yet, but no other purples that I'm working on right now, so that will be my main purple that I'm working on. Then we have my LA Colors palette right here. I rolled in the second shade, and this one is kind of sad. I've only used this one once. I tried to use it together with the other Manliness palette, and then I realized that they blended into each other a little bit too much for me to feel like it was worth it to put both of them on my eyes, which when I swatched them on my hand, I felt like there was a bit more variety. Plus I still have my green in my Pan palette. That's close to being done, but it's not completely done yet. I think once that one is done, I will be able to focus my attention between these greens a little bit more. I promise this won't last for long, because I know I did similar things last year. We're not gonna have this same comment like every month for the next 6 months. That's definitely not the plan. So yeah, this one hasn't got the attention that I wanted to. Again, I was traveling, didn't bring these with me, so that took away 7 days of me being able to use them in different capacities as well. So as much as at the start of the year, I'm always like really excited and I'm like looking forward. I've got these new shades, I've got this new palette, and I feel like, okay, I'm gonna smash it this year. It never really happens in that first month because I tend to do my intro when I'm still wrapping up some other projects, so they get the first focus. And then there just isn't enough time to really do what I'm hoping to do. So yeah, well, that's what happened this year again as well, plus 7 days of travel on top of that, where I couldn't even touch these because I didn't have them with me. That didn't help. So only one use on this guy, but we're gonna definitely have more uses next time. Then green number 2 is in my Sephora palette right here. And in here I am focusing on the green right here. I did not really use this palette at all yet before. I got it from my sister and it basically looks unused except for like this blue shade here was a bit crumbled because the corner of this crashed because of an accident that happened in my parents' house. So I have used this green 5 times right now. I'm really trying to focus on this one because I feel like these pans are probably not very deep, so I'm hoping to hit pan on this one fairly quickly. So this is my main green and the other one is my secondary green when it comes to this project. I've used this 5 times. I'm using this kind of on my lid. I've used it a lot with my yellow gold pigment from NYX as well, which I'm trying to focus on more, so that is actually happening. And yeah, 5 uses. You can definitely see it's been used right now. It's got the slightest bit of a dip, and let's see if maybe next month we can have some sort of pan on this one. That will be nice, although I will be traveling for like 1.5 to 2 weeks in the next month already as well. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Then it's already the last one. Oh, what did I say? I used this one 5 times, the green here. I don't know if I mentioned that. Then we have my really big Manly palette. I don't know why that brand is called Manly. I don't feel manly when I'm using this, but that's fine. In here, my focus is on the blue shade, and I can actually hold it up properly now because I've repressed all the shades that were kind of like going all over the place in here. I'm working on the blue shade right here, and I did manage to use this one 5 times as well. It combines nicely with, like, when I've got a green on my lid, I can put the blue in my crease. When I've got a purple on my lid, I can put the blue in my crease. So I can actually make this work quite okay, even though blue does tend to intimidate me a little bit. I've enjoyed using this one. I have no idea how deep these pans are either. I've never hit pan on any of them, and they are slightly domed, not a whole lot. It's fairly powdery, so I'm just curious to see how long it's going to take me to hit pan on this one as well. I've used this one 5 times, so I'm happy about that too. Like 5 normally is kind of the minimum that I'm trying to go for. I didn't make it for 2 of the shades in here this time, which is a shame, but we're going to do better next month, I hope. Although, like I said, I'm traveling, so maybe that will interfere with things a little bit as well. I think I'm gonna have like that green shade in here as my main focus shade again, because I think that pan is not very deep and I should be able to hit pan on it fairly okay. And I also want to make some nice progress on the blue in here, because also I'm curious to see how deep the pans in here are. For my other 2 palettes, I've already finished off a palette like this, just not green, different colors before, so I have an idea of what these pans are like. And of course, I already got a good few pans in this palette, so I know. So it's kind of more exciting to try and see what that's like for these other palettes. There's so many pans in them as well that it's very likely I'm going to be rolling them in regularly enough. So it's going to be interesting to see like how many uses it actually takes me to hit pan on any of them. I'm definitely hoping to hit, no, not hit pan per se, but to use the purple in here a little bit more as well, because I didn't really get to do that as much last month. But yeah, so nothing rolling out or rolling in yet so far, but we're gonna see how far I can get in the upcoming months. Definitely hoping to have at least 1 pan for you, because my goal is to have like at least 12 pans in this project this year. I think I should be able to do that because I don't have that many other shades to focus on in comparison to previous years, but let's see what I can do. Yeah, but that is it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye bye!